Welcome back to me reading chapters from my book for those of you that don't like to read. This one is called Basquiat. The first time I saw Basquiat, he was slow dancing. Why did I say it like that? He was slow dancing in front of a collection of rose bushes that perfectly lined the entrance to my local gas station on Cahuenga Boulevard, where it meets the 101 freeway in Studio City. How those beautiful buds flourish amongst that type of vehicle exhaust toxicity is a mystery to me, yet seems to make perfect sense for any living thing, be it plant or human, still thriving in Los Angeles. Located about a half a mile from where I live, I walk past this gas station almost daily en route to my local LA Fitness gym. He is, of course, not the real artist Basquiat. The nickname just seemed fitting after seeing him pause mid-dance to bend over in a royal-like curtsy, nose first, into the vibrant, petroleum-filled roses. He was very tall, with a soothing, almost tranquil, intriguing vibe. Wearing a brown-rimmed hat with a feather sticking out of it and a woven satchel bag across his body, his poetic nature caught my attention instantly. Maybe because I've become more accustomed to watching the homeless shoot up rather than pray up. I was used to a breed whose only goal was to get high physically rather than spiritually. After passing by him several days in a row, I finally asked if I could buy him something to eat. His response was to ask if I could sit and have a conversation with him. Since the age of 22, I've lived in two major cities, New York City and Los Angeles, and have never sat down with an unhoused stranger. He gave me one half of his earbud duo and asked me to listen to his favorite music. I came to find out later during a brief conversation in front of my local and very touristy In-N-Out Burger that his name was Odasante Carter. I asked if he wanted a hug, and after a small, only seemingly awkward embrace, I departed. It may seem odd to most people that I made the offer to begin with, but I can't imagine a homeless person gets hugged too often. And I am of the strict belief that human contact is essential to survival. I still wonder if some of those tourists are back in their home countries relaying tales of how the Americans hugged the dirty people on the street. That sounds mean. It's not mean. One afternoon, after another brief conversation, I hugged him once again, and after walking away, realized I had snot on the right side of my hoodie sweater. I immediately relayed this to a friend, who then completely grossed out. As she would. Who wouldn't? But why? After a lifetime of babysitting off and on since I was 9, do you know how many random kids over the years have left slimy snail trails of mucus across my body? Not just on my clothes, but literally have sneezed right into my mouth. But when it happens within the confines of the four walls of a house, it is somehow more acceptable. Why do we somehow justify in our minds that the homeless are not as human as us? We treat dogs better. I've watched human beings mouth kiss a stranger's pet, tongue and all. That's fucking gross, bro. I love saying the word bro. As soon as a human is dirty, they have lost all validation. Soap and water don't cost much, but seem to hold some of the highest weight to the value of your life is given. I don't know if that makes sense. About 4 months after my first encounter with Odasante, my stepdad died suddenly, and I, along with the rest of my immediate family, was there to witness it. We were all gathered around his hospital bed as he lay unconscious, yet looking so peaceful. Everyone in the room was crying, except me. I cry at commercials and to asshole men, but real-life situations, nothing. I shut down. So much so that sometimes I have to suppress a laugh. My fight-or-flight brain has to turn tragedy into a joke. Shortly after that devastating night of loss, in lieu of settling for the daytime walk to the gym run-in with my friend, I suddenly made it my mission to find him. At first, I didn't think much of what had become an almost daily quest. I just thought he was sweet and deserved better than what life had served him, and that I really wanted to offer some small bit of financial or emotional support. Until one late night, coming home from a stand-up comedy show, I was overcome with a desperation that I needed to find him. So much so that when I failed, I quickly burst into an embarrassing and unexpected sob of tears. Probably the reaction I should have had at the foot of my stepdad's deathbed. The thought of going home without seeing his face just became overwhelming. I was so confused by my desperateness. This wasn't any kind of sexual or intimate relationship situation that I'm used to feeling this way from. Why am I losing my mind from a guy I just want to make sure is fed and warm? I didn't make the connection until a few weeks later. I felt an unwavering need to help this random man on the street because I could not help my stepdad. I could not help my mom or my stepsister or my stepbrothers. To be honest, I couldn't even help myself. That night that he died, I just stood motionless, watching everyone else weep. I wanted the tears to flow from my eyeballs like they do in the movies when a person finds out a family member is gone, but I just became numb. Instead, my emotionally immature inner being transferred all these disconnected and repressed feelings into a homeless man I had only known for 8 weeks. It's been months since I've seen... Well, now it's been years. I wrote this a few years ago. It's been years since I've seen Odesante. Who knows if I'll ever see him again. I try and help other homeless people in my neighborhood, but there's never really been anyone quite the same as him. Maybe he came around at a time when I needed to snot on him just as much as he so clearly needed to on me. As they say, timing is everything. I hope you enjoy my book, and if you'd like to buy it on Amazon, I'll put the link. Or if you'd like a signed copy, you can email me or message me on Instagram, wherever you're seeing this, and I'll mail you one personally from my home. I might even put a little snot ball on it.